Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for entering. For introductions, I'm Latiste here. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having an amazing, phenomenal day, week, month, year, life, so forth, and have you. Just give a quick little synopsis, but not synopsis, syllabus. Anyway, it's been a long day already. I do offer personal readings that you can book with me, as well as I do donation and readings live every Sunday on YouTube. That information will be down below. I also offer Twitch, which is not like an offer, but it's just me on there answering questions, chatting, reacting, all the good things. But yeah, with that being said and done, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get into this reading. So today realized I was like, I haven't done a weekend reading in some time. At least in my mind, in my space, I haven't done a weekend reading in some time. Saturday and Sunday, or whenever you're finding this, whatever day you are for your weekend, because I know some people's work schedule and whatnot is different. So go with that. But I want to do a weekend reading for the collective here. I'm only feeling right now literally two energies, like two separate energies itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll with that. But with that being said and done, I'm going to go ahead and get into this with the deck and get started. Okay. So we have pile number 1 at 132 here. Hello, how are you? Pile number 1. Hope you are doing well. Let's see what energy you're gathering this weekend, what this weekend has in store for you, what to look out for, all that good jazz energy and such. Okay. See what spirit has for you. Wow. Something about plans happening, or for some plans not happening, but something working out for you that you recently gave up to, like, spirit, God, the universe, or just was like, I really don't care about it anymore. I'm letting it go. Something along that sort of energy for you this weekend is going to be on the forefront. That's too many cards, spirit. Thank you. Okay. So the first card that you got is I accept that everything happens in divine order, and that was matched with I surrender to my Ashe, which is essentially your energy or your life force, or who you are, your power, essentially. So if you're recognizing that everything happens in a divine order, once you are surrendering to the flow of energy of the divine order of self, how things are and aren't working out, what you are truly seeing, and allows you to actually recognize, like, okay, I wasn't delayed, I wasn't denied, I was actually accepted where I was supposed to be. I was welcomed and respected in energy I was supposed to be, because those places weren't meant for me. That energy wasn't meant for me. It wasn't the right time. I didn't have all the information or even the confidence to do that. So once you surrender and recognize that everything happens in divine order, just recognize that as well. If you're like, you know what, this weekend, whatever happens, happens. I don't care what happened this week. Whatever happens this weekend happens. You don't really have plans, or you could have plans. So you're just like, I'm gonna just let it ride. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but that's what I want to do. Or you have errands to run. It's something of that sort where you have plans, or you're open to plans. Planning is a part of something this weekend, so keep that in mind as well, and just surrender to where your flow of energy is going. We have I won't cue the dead into my living energy. Okay. And this is just not allowing those plans to fall on deaf ears, essentially. Dead ears. Thank you. That's why I put it that way. Ashe, because I don't want to be ableist. Not to fall on, because you can still communicate with a deaf person. Ashe. Not to fall on dead ears. Things that don't have anything living in there that's ready to breathe life back into you, that's able to reciprocate that energy, that's able to just be presently there, but it's dead energy. It's just like, oh, okay, or they're distracted or doing something else or whatever. So it's like I won't cue the dead into my living energy, into what's going on, into my passion or drive, or even just when it's like, are you sure about that? I don't know, or da-da-da-da. Just like, you know what, I know I didn't tell the right person. It's because they don't have the life force or the energy that you currently have and where your plans and options are going. So if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna decide to try to think of an example here. I'm just gonna go on Eventbrite and find out some things to do in this category, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And somebody's like, are you sure if that's safe? I don't know how secure that is. Like, you need to do this, or you haven't done that before. Why don't you just like, no? So it's things of that sort, or it's that you do have plans with someone, or you were setting to run an errand or do something, and then it's something is like, not right now. No, not at this moment, or um, the plans get canceled, or they keep getting pushed back, or they're not responding, or your car needs gas, and then after your car gets gas, you have to go the long way around to get there because now there's a detour, and now after you take the long way around, you realize you're at the wrong location, and so now it's just all this running around that you're not even able to make it there. So it's because they don't want your energy, your plans, where you're going to fall on dead ears. So I'm mindful of that as well. It's a lot of being mindful of where your energy is going to be positioned this weekend, essentially, which is why it says, I surrender to my ashe, surrendering to your intuition, surrendering to that gut feeling, surrendering to um, the confidence that you have in yourself and knowing what you want to do and why you want to do it and how you feel and listening to your body and in how it operates and how it feels and functions in certain energy. So just allowing that to envelop you. We have that which is meant for me is not passing by. I didn't even notice this. It came out. Ashe, again, is something that is not the denial, delay, or damn, this is weird. Like, why is this taking me forever to get here? Why is they're not picking up? Or why when I tell them that they immediately went into a different topic of conversation or just rejected? It's because what is meant for you is not passing you by. And so it's showing you things that are possible detours, that are possibly um, stifle energy, scarcity energy. It's allowing that. And it's also letting you know, like, with all these things happening, you feel like, oh, maybe it won't work out. Like, if they're not even interested, or maybe I shouldn't, I won't have another opportunity like this ever again. And then a bigger one comes later on. It's just like, dang, I was late. And it turns out you weren't. I'm seeing, what's that one movie with Lindsay Lohan? Um, Teenage Trauma Queen. So teenagers can be significant, but I'm thinking about that one moment where she left the tickets on the train. Like both of their tickets on the train. After they were getting ready, they were finally gonna make it. I think it was like a trip like that. But she left the tickets. Sorry if you can hear her little, I call them her little heels or her little feet clacking. But she left the tickets on the train, and so they're there at the concert, trying to get in the concert, trying to get in. They actually, I think, like one of them did get in, but she wound up coming out because she wasn't able to. But then they wind up seeing one of the, I believe he was like the lead singer of the band, getting kicked out while they were outside the alley, and they got to spend the night with them. And people at the school kind of didn't believe it or whatever. Then he showed up to like the party asking for her. So it's like this energy of like you possibly left something somewhere or forgot something, but then somebody's like, you wind up meeting the person that you were trying to see in the first place and whatnot. I mean, heroes have energy, but for that movie, not really, but it's just that energy. Like she got to meet who she wanted to meet and talk to, and like she was gonna be all the way in the back, and now she's this close. So it's again what is meant for you is not passing you by, you know. And it's when you surrender to your energy, to yourself, to your intuition, to that divine feminine of being receptive and allowing that to restore you and allowing that to restore you. Sorry, she distracted me. Um, it allows you to truly recognize when something isn't for you, whether it was in denial today. It could be somebody like, hey, you should do this. or hey, I want to have you for this, or hey, do you want to come to this? And it's you saying no. It's not just accepting it either. So you recognize that I'm not going to have FOMO, or I'm not missing out on a big grand deal or opportunity by me saying no because it's not aligned with me, you know? And that's where that I won't cue the dead into my living energy, into my plans, because it's also, not living energy. Let's get these cards that you have coming out here. That's how I say. I feel like I got a burp. There we go. This card is sticking out to me. I'm gonna start with this. It says, "Does this always happen to you, or do you allow familiar energy?" Um, and I feel like this is a sense for you of like you when something happens, be wary of saying this always happens to me. When it's not something that you want to always happen to you, right? Just like, oh, it always happens to me. It's always going on. It kind of is giving that energy, essentially. Like, does this always happen to you, or do you allow familiar energy? Like, oh, this always happens. This always is going to go this way. I'm always going to be late. Like, hey, I'm telling you, if you ride with me, you're going to get pulled over. You're going to get pulled over. It's like, damn, shit, what the fuck are you trying? No, I don't know what it is. It's just my energy. And now it's like continuously claiming something that's like, well, why are you claiming that? Well, that's not what you want to happen every time you leave your home. You feel like you're gonna, So it's saying be mindful of that, which is also why I want you to be mindful of your plans as well, and who you share that around, because they don't want you to be in a situation like, dang, somebody always taking my idea. Like, yeah, I know I got. It's just like, no, somebody is, even if you try to switch it up maybe just a little bit to give yourself somebody's always trying to take my idea. Like if you're like somebody's trying, but I notice it, I'm aware I'm able to put that protection up, to ease yourself into saying, this is not my energy. Even if you got to ease yourself into it, because it's not just going to be overnight. We're changing that, but be mindful of, does this always happen to you, or are you just allowing or familiar with familiar energy? Or you be like, people know not to piss me off. They know not to do that. It's like, or you can learn to regulate your emotions because you live in a world with people. Not everybody's going to know that. So allow that in. We have eat the rich, yes, them too. I think I spelled too wrong. I'm pretty sure I did. I believe I did. Anyway. And then we have blessings and teamwork. Yeah, and that blessings and teamwork is that which is meant for me is not passing by, and I won't cue the dead into my energy. So again, it's letting me know, like, just what they say. What do Meg say? That was my fault being too friendly. Thinking I would take everybody with me. It's kind of like that energy. Like you don't need to take everybody with you necessarily, especially if you notice they're not being a part of the team and the work. And this also is a sense of recognizing as well with the teamwork that what is meant for you not pass you by, you're going to get offered those opportunities that want to work with you. So blessings and teamwork for your spirit team, for people being placed in your life or that are in your life that are actually pushing you into that energy. When either is yes them too, that is over here. This is letting me know again, don't place yourself in situations where you feel like this is always happening. It's not supposed to be only like 5 rich people that are running the world. Like, what does that even make sense? That won't even make a dent, and anything. So with Eat the Rich, yes, and two, with that being right on top of this, it's always happening. It's recognizing, hey, like some people allow them to show you who they are and go with that. And then your top card is, what does it mean spiritually? Okay, so this weekend is going to be you recognizing what to accept, what to, I'm hearing eject and reject, and where to truly align yourself, because it's all about where am I placing my energy this weekend? Where do I want to be? How do I want to feel? Where do I want to go? And recognize that everything is happening in divine order and divine planning. Excuse me. And that I'm not working or getting these blessings alone with the spirit team. But also don't need to have everybody on my team. I'm seeing somebody picking like kids at recess, like, I'll take this person. Then another person takes a turn. I'll take this person. You know? because they want it for different reasons based on how they can lead. And with you leading your life with that surrendering to yourself and how you feel, it allows it a lot smoothly. That has been your reading, right at 15. Pile number 1. Love you, love yourselves more. Until next time. Alrighty, pile number 2. This is for you for this weekend. You need to know, understand, figure out, find out all the good things and jazz. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Your energy. Ooh. Oh, it feels. I'm not gonna lie, it feels very heavy. Like a, it's like dang, it's like your first day of school when you got all your supplies in there for the first day. You know, your pencils, the binders, the notebooks, the ruler, your planner. You know, your notes, your water bottle. Like it has everything, and your mom's just like, boop, here you go, and you just like, you feel that weight, and you're like, oh shit, all right, you gotta readjust yourself, tighten up your backpack straps if you need to, and be like, all right, I'm ready. And that's kind of how your energy feels. It's like you just got loaded up with something. Um, it could be a new business, and you just like you finally got it up and running, set up. It could be like an online shop. It could be an actual brick and mortar. It could be you putting yourself out there for agencies. Like I'm hearing a DJ agency. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I don't do music. Putting yourself out there for modeling agencies. I'm seeing just this energy of like you put it yourself out there, and now it's the time to you put in the work, you bought the school supplies, it's in your backpack, and now you're loaded up with it. Now you have a steady stream of customers, and now you're dealing with, okay, this is what I was expecting. Like, finally got the place, got it set up how I want, got the food, it's open, the grand opening is here. It's like, now I'm open, or, I've been applying for this, I have an agency, now I'm booked this weekend. It's like, it's, I always like to say, it's funny, this is from the last thing, but blessings. I always like to say when you get your blessings, you're going to have to deal with them as well. So you've been like putting out there, and it's like I'm hearing like somebody finally got a job and they've been looking for one for some time, and this will be like their last weekend before they're going into the work cycle. Or it's the energy DOS can be a sign as well. June. Sorry about that. Dogs can be significant because now there's another dog barking as well. So dogs can be significant. They're usually a sign of loyalty, being within like a pack of family, a domesticatedness about them. Family is that sense again. This kind of this foundation that you built that is like now it's time to go. So you've been like posting lots of videos, and one goes viral, and now a whole bunch of other videos are starting to go viral. Now it's dealing with that of being like, okay, now I'm seen. Like I knew I would be seen, but I also didn't mind it. But it's like boom, like now I'm here in the forefront, or it could be you have been prepping for a baby, getting the nursery ready, setting up, looking at pediatricians, even going as far as looking at schools. Like they ain't even come yet, and now the baby's here, and it's like poof. So it's something where it's here, it's present, it's known, this blessing, and now you are dealing with the adjustment of this so that we are able to apply what you just got blessed with. You're able to pull out the notebook like at school and take down notes and information. The same with your business. You're recognizing these are the peak hours. Maybe I'll do some lunch deals around this time. But then I also noticed that a lot of families come around here. Maybe I'll also do some dinner deals as well. So it's again, now that I'm here, I got the tools. It's the moment. I'm going there. How can I continuously... Now you know where to go lay down, please. Go lay down. Thank you so much, my love. Yeah. Dogs can be very significant. You know, like they're also protectors, guardians. They're typically travel dogs if they're with a god or a deity that I've seen from just the studies of across it. They're typically also good travelers, companions, and things of that sort, and being able to find things. So, again, dogs can be very significant. I am messing up with my speech as well. So, something about communication coming in on my understanding, which makes sense with the school analogy because it's also about being brave enough to ask questions when you don't know, and also being able to speak up and have your voice in a crowd of your peers as well. So that can be significant with communication for you this weekend, especially with your blessings being shown and known to you, and you're being able to feel that as well. Like I said, it felt heavy, but I wasn't like, oh, it's heavy inside. It just felt heavy, like a school backpack. So with those adjustments um, taken in, yeah, taking it all in for sure and recognizing that. What do you have for? I'm saying cloud too. That's hilarious. But pow too. Ooh, that feels good. Yeah, adjusting my neck, adjusting this. So, yeah, definitely taking out. And a lot of your cards are coming out in twos energy, like two, two. So two can be significant to 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. I meant to say 2, 3, 2, but 2, 3, 3 want to come out as well. Let's get some more. I'm gonna leave that card in the reverse. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely something with because this weekend, like I said, you're gonna be out there in the forefront. Typically, when you're I'm going to keep going back to the school analogy. So some of you could be going back to school, college, or going back to get a different degree, or going back to get like your GED or things of that sort as well. I'm gonna work through this, but it's letting me know that you are at a brand new starting point while still being in the middle. It's like the climax of your story. You know, the climax is not the end, it's just the moment where it's like, okay, all that has gotten us up to this point is now this big moment, right? And so they want you to truly be ready to discover and learn, right? Just wrote this. I've been thinking about my own protection. The song by Tina Turner. That isn't the song, but it's the song What's Love Got to Do with It, but it's by Tina Turner. But that's definitely what I feel like for you right now. Cause it's like this energy of again paying attention, being of notice. Before it was I'm putting my energy out there. I'm putting my energy out there. I'm putting the post out there. I'm putting applications out there. I'm going to different agencies, studios. I'm continuously putting, applications out there for businesses and loans and this and that. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Now that what you put out there has been received and accepted by something else and granted, you have to learn how to now protect yourself from things just coming into you. And not saying it's like you're getting my triple fold, but now that you are in the place that you want to be, you desire to be, it's about protecting yourself in this new energy. Before it's about protecting yourself while you're giving it out. I hope I get accepted for this brand deal. I hope I'm able to do this. Putting out that hopeful energy that I know the best is going to work out for me. This is this. So with this, I'm thinking about my own protection now that you're here at this moment. It's an understanding. Okay, I haven't been here at this point. And so I want to be able to protect myself from not self doubting, from working myself too much, and trying to keep up with the pressure of what pressure. Like I got myself here, protecting your energy, for allowing it to truly be continuously aligned with what is for you. So it's just, I've been thinking about my own protection. How do I think of it in a different way? And even if we're going back to the business idea, somebody can really be opening up a brick and mortar business. So shouts out to you. Yeah. Um, But it's like, okay, now before it's like, okay, now I'm choosing the right neighborhood, the right area, central. Okay, now how do I protect not only the building of the business, but how do I protect the employees that I'm going to employ? That is also your protection. Because if something happens to an employee and they're under your watch, it's something that and how do I protect, the building, the food, the whatever, the products, it's adding in, and it sounds surface level to possibly some that don't recognize what it's protecting that. And it's like, okay, now I'm going to DJ this weekend. How do I make sure that my equipment is protected around drunk people? And is it insured? Like, am I prepared to pay for that insurance? It's things of that sort of, now that you're here, it's a different type of thinking of how to protect yourself. Before, it's protecting yourself from getting bullshit offers and, people using you. And now that you're here in a position that you want to be, how do I protect myself in this moment? You know, how do I guard that and keep that? Okay, sorry, that was a long one for the first card, but it's a different mindset of protection. You know, if you're traveling around, you're traveling in an RV bus, is going to be completely different than if you're traveling from one place, one hostel to another hostel, or, it's a lot different type of protection, even though you're traveling to the same possible plan in states. It's different. We also have recharge the conveyor belt of energy in your life. Again, this is a moment where now you have to, I'm seeing a lot to do with school. So learning, this is going to be a very, very learning experience for you. But I'm seeing a lot with school where it's like you take that after school nap. Like you just get home. Sometimes you're able to, you take off that big ass backpack. Take out that backpack possibly by the door, your door, and kick off your shoes. You know, and sometimes you might not even make it. You might make it to the couch. You might make it to the floor of your bed. You might make it just on top of the blankets, but you be knocked out. You wake up, it's drool all over your face. You got little lines everywhere. You waking up in a haze, like, oh, you either slept for a little bit longer than you was expecting, or you slept a lot shorter than you was expecting. But either way, it's like this: you wake up well rested. So this is letting me know that after you've gone through, it's like with the business to recharge your conveyor belt of energy in your life. For you, it would be a sense, because if you think about a conveyor belt, it's always something on it. It's always in motion. If it's in motion, something is on it. It's taking a pause, taking a break, closing for the holidays. If you know, like, okay, this is going to be over capacity right now for me at this moment. I know it's a big deal, but maybe I'll do every other holiday or holidays that people don't think of. So that way I'm known as the niche person that remembers foosball day. This type of day, and it brings a lot of people in because of that. So I don't have to deal with the high capacity of, oh, they're open on New Year's Eve. And then you can ease into that because people are known. So it's kind of like that energy of recharge the conveyor belts of your life, you know. For I keep going back to these two. It's obviously expanded, but these are just the ones, the scenarios coming into mind. If you're a DJ, it's having a set playlist and things, and for certain energies and moments, or clubs, and being able to take that in and know that that's recharging in a sense of your own energy. I don't DJ, but this is what they're giving me. Okay. But it's that understanding for you. So recharging it is in a different way of knowing when to have that conveyor belt going, of having that outpour of energy, and know when to take a pause, check the gears, check the system, make sure everything is in motion and how it needs to be. So with this blessing, if it's, say it's a car or a house, or like I said, the baby, it's recharging your energy, being asking a family member that you trust, that because a family member, a friend, choosing somebody that you trust, like, hey, we just need a night where, we're caring about our own needs right now at this moment. We still love them, but we just need a break. That's recharging your conveyor belts of energy as well. You're now in the moment where you're cooking, where you're getting cooked for. Somebody else is worrying about Did you enjoy that versus you worrying about, okay, did the baby eat? Are they fed? Did I remember to burp? Let me try to burp them again. I don't remember. So it's better. It's like it's being able to recharge them that way. Um, spent a lot of time on the neon colors, amazing. But we have justice, impact, and then tied up was in the reverse. Tied up in the reverse is under the recharge. So this really let me know. Take a pause, take a moment, where you're expelling that energy because that backpack can feel very heavy. It can feel like a lot in what you're doing and unloading and putting back in and unloading, putting back in. But by the time you get to the end of the year, close to the last week, you might not even carry a backpack, because you might not need it. Everything that you've learned, you gathered. So being able to take that off at the end of the day. So if you're feeling tied up, if you're feeling like I gotta keep going, I gotta keep moving, I gotta, just recognize you got yourself to this point, so you're able to dictate and navigate how you operate in this point. And that's also where the justice impact leads, because you've been waiting for some time, and that's why they also want you to think about your protection a different way, is because it is justice of you getting what you got. It is this impact that you have, and that allows people to see, wow, I didn't even see the stop card. It allows people to see so much for you. Justice is that balance of the scale. So with this being, I'm thinking about my own protection, which means you possibly were thinking about a lot of people's desires and dreams and goals and protection and all this stuff, and you're trying to push it on them like, hey, you gotta think about this. Hey, wait, I gotta think about this. It's like the little soundbite or clip where it's like, what else occurs? Yeah, why are you wearing this out? But the caption is like, when you talking to your sibling like you their parent, then you realize, no. And then but the rest of the soundbite said it's like, no, what? I don't even care. No, it's fine. And then close the phone like, it's not business. So it's realizing like that is also the justice. It's like I can't keep tipping the scales for you. That's not how it works. I won't be here. And then I'm have to work. So it's a justice impact in your life that is seen and noticed. Not like you need to, but it's seen and noticed to recognize like this is something that you deserve. So take that time. We have graciously forgiving as your top card. Okay, so graciously forgive yourself for possibly not being there in those moments because you are here now, and just graciously forgive yourself to allow yourself to also recharge that energy. Because the more that you're also forgiving of self and your life and how things work out, allows you to continuously be invested in releasing that backpack at the end of the day. Okay. Uh, a lot of words. Ashe, this has been your reading pile number 2. Love you. Love yourselves more. Till next time.